Giving all praise, honor, and glory to YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, 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 the honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and the sincere shalom to the Akim out there pushing the sincerity and the truth and the sound doctrine. This is going to be a really quick video. I'm not going to say very much about this video. The brother, pretty much already went into it, and I see that the title of this short little video is GMS Awakening 144. You see the title of this video is Zero Mercy. All right, Zero Mercy. And the scripture that I thought of immediately, was actually one of my favorites, is Ezekiel chapter 9. Right? Let's go to get that real quick. That's the scripture I thought. Now, it is several, scriptures that kind of go into that. The brother went into James 2 and 13. For you Edomites, you fake Jews. So like you fake Jews, you Rothschilds, Rockefellers, all of y'all, man. There's gonna be no mercy in that day. So Ezekiel 9 is getting ready to get really, really real. All right, for the wicked, really for everybody, but for the wicked. All right, like the brother said, man, and like we always be saying, anybody Esau, Edom, and anybody that follows in their footsteps, they're not going to have any mercy shown on them. Right? See, right now, it's just like in the time of Noah. How long was Noah out there prophesying, doing what he was doing, right? And right now we just look like a bunch of crazy men standing on the corners and whatever else. I guess, as y'all call it, yelling and screaming at people or whatever. Like I said, whether y'all hear or whether you forbid, you're going to know that prophets was among you. All right. Ezekiel chapter 9 verse 4. And the Lord said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. So for all the people that sigh and that cry for all these abominations. See, I did a video not too long ago. All right, and I pretty much said righteousness going into Ezekiel, not Ezekiel, 2nd Ezra 4 and 29 and 30. Righteousness is pretty much righteousness pretty much is too good for this place. All right, righteousness almost doesn't even belong here. All right, because this place is filled with infirmities. Unrighteousness is surrounded by it. And this is why the Lord, Yahawah BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI, he's going to, as we say, beam the righteous out of this place while this place is being leveled. Right? Because it's like it doesn't belong. It's here. Let me say, it does belong, because if it didn't belong, we wouldn't be here, or the righteous wouldn't be here. All right? But this place is designed right now, the way this society works and the way all the societies before this one worked. It worked as a prison, as a temporary prison, like punishment. All right. This society in this world right now is made to be a temporary prison. So the righteous is going to be extracted from this stuff when the time is right, while the rest of this stuff is leveled. Right? And it only makes sense. So in this scripture, set a mark. This is 6 men, one man with the inkhorn, and the other men with weapons. Right? They're pretty much hitmen, pretty much. So it says, and to the others he said in mine hearing, go ye after him through the city and smite. Let not your eyes spare, neither have you pity. Right. So he said he's going to send his man first. Set the mark with the inkhorn. Set the mark, and then he said that. Then after he's done his thing, you go after him. Right. After he's done, you go behind him and just annihilate. Don't spare any. Right. Don't spare anybody. Except the men that sighed and that cried for all the abominations that were being done in the midst thereof. Right? That's what you call the mark of exemption, pretty much, if you will. That's pretty much what that's called. Slay utter. Now this is the no mercy part. It says, neither have ye pity. Now this is the no mercy part. Slay utterly, old and young, both maids and little children, and women. But come not near any man upon whom is the mark, and begin at my sanctuary. Right. This is that no mercy part that brother was talking about. All right. This is that no mercy part that the brother was going into. Right. These prophecies, when it talks about the love of many is going to wax cold, you know, your neighbors are going to invade one another, your wives is going to be ravished, right? And the men. Let's get ready to get, man. You people, you know, we had a group of Christians staying across the street from us last Saturday, as they usually do. You know, they wait for it to be a real nice day to do that. Had a group of Christians, you know, with the microphone and stuff like that, you know, dancing, and the guy was getting down on his knees, pleading and crying and stuff like that, or I guess fake crying or whatever. I don't know what he was doing. But all that talking they were doing, you know, they even had a black woman yelling at us and stuff, and they wasn't talking to us, but she directed that demonic energy towards us. Big fat warthog, right? All that talking, all that song and dance and stuff that they like doing, are they telling the people what's getting ready to happen? Are they telling the people that their wives is possibly going to get ravished? Are they telling the people that they're possibly going to get ravished? And you know what I mean by ravished. Look that up. Right? Look that up. You know what I mean? Are they telling the people about neighbors invading one another and stuff like that? You know? People, let me say not neighbors, but people in general invading one another, breaking into people's houses. You know, the famines, the pestilences, and the earthquakes, and all the things that come along with it. If I remember correctly, we were the ones that were talking about inflation, the increase in gas prices that everybody's talking about now. And we're all feeling the pinch of that now. The last time I remember, we were the ones talking about that. I don't recall Christians ever saying anything about that, because you got to think about it. In the Bible, it's not going to sit up there and say specifically, okay, yeah, there's going to be inflation and this, that, and the other. It's not going to say that, right? But you got to think about it like this: what comes with famines, pestilences like COVID and stuff like that? What comes with that? What comes with wars, as we see it? It's just things that don't really have to be specifically in the Bible, but you just look at what comes with that. I remember years ago, we was out there saying, don't be surprised if you pay $5 for a loaf of bread. And sure enough, that some brands, if you get something half decent, it's either close or over $5. If you get a loaf of bread that's half decent. The crappy bread, I believe that's like $1 or $2 now. Even the crappy ones, I think maybe even $3 now. I'm talking about like the low budget ones that you most definitely kind of want to stay away from, right? But you get a half decent loaf of bread, yeah, you're going to pay about close to $5, and some of them are over $5 for one loaf. Some of them, depending on where you go too. But years ago, it wasn't like that. Here we are. I remember years ago we was like, yeah, don't be surprised if we gotta walk around with gas masks on. Now we didn't have to walk around with gas masks when it came to COVID, but it was close enough. It was mass. That was the point. And don't be surprised if that eventually we may actually have to wear actual, like those hazmat suits, hazmat masks. Yeah, with those filters on them. Yeah, don't be surprised if we got to do that eventually. Because some people are actually doing that. I just don't know about, some people just go over the top, but, more power to you, I guess. Right? These Christians and most of the other people are not telling you what's getting ready to happen. We're telling you through the Spirit of the Lord Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, that there is going to be no mercy, what they say, no fucks given. No fucks given. That's what's getting ready to happen. That's what's getting ready to happen. And you people out there, man, y'all talk about these Hebrew Israelites, these Hebrew Israelites, y'all, they this, they that, all they do is yell and scream at each other, and this, that, and the other. All right, man, well, look, it's either you here for a bit. We ain't forcing you. You know what I mean? You don't like our yelling? Okay, well, just go down the street then. You know what I mean? We ain't forcing you. Right? Every time I turn around, yeah, the black Hebrew Israelites, man, they out there yelling and screaming again. They're knuckleheads, they're this, they're that. But guess what? At least we're preparing for what the hell is getting ready to happen. What the hell are you doing? Going to work every day, coming home. Going to work every day, coming home. Fine, that's cool and everything. But are you really preparing yourself for what's getting ready to happen? You have no answers. All I hear on the internet is a bunch of complaining. Oh my goodness, I can't believe these children are acting like this. Oh my goodness, I can't believe women are acting like this. For you red pill guys, man, I can't believe the women are acting like this, and this, that, and the other. And there's an awful lot of you red pill guys that have a problem with the Hebrew Israelites. But you still sitting up there complaining and making money. Well, let me say, yeah, you're complaining, but you're also making money off about people's downfall. Right? And, as good as Kevin Samuels was at doing his thing, he was another one, making money off about people's downfall, while I feel like he was a little more legitimate with his. Really getting under these, really getting on people and, kind of coaching, young men saying, man, like I remember one time I just so happened to look at Kevin Samuel's show, and he was kind of getting on his young Jake, man. He was like, because this young Jake was like, yeah, I want a woman that's this and I want a woman that's that. Kevin Samuels was like, well, you gotta slow down, man. You ain't ready. You got no substance with you right now. You gotta make sure that you're ready for that. But you ain't ready. He was kind of getting on him about that. So I feel like he was a lot more sincere with it, but he was another one. Most of these other guys on the internet now with that whole red pill stuff, some of them are still simps. A lot of them are still coons, and a good number of them still have a problem with Hebrew Israelites. But I will tell you one thing. Hebrew Israelites, specifically Great Millstone, we will tell you the answer. We will tell you the truth. We will not sugarcoat it. Because Great Millstone has the 100% truth. I'm going to repeat that. For all you people out there that get offended by that, I'm going to repeat. Great Millstone has the 100% truth. I'm going to repeat it one more time for you. Great Millstone has the 100% truth. And we're going to tell you no matter what. We're going to tell you however it sounds, whether you're offended, whether you get it. You're going to know that prophets were among you. That's just what it is. And we're here to tell you, once again, like that brother was going into, hell is coming. There's going to be no fucks given real soon. As you can see, we're heading in that direction. Right? It's getting ready to get real rough real soon, man. Right? It's going to be no mercy shown. So anyway, giving all praise, honor, glory to Yahawah, Shalom.